This story was made in 1980 by a man named Robert Munch. This story is about how a dragon comes and burns down your whole entire castle, and you decide to wear a paper bag to marry your prince. The dragon came and burned down all of Elizabeth's castle and all of her expensive clothes. Ha! And he fled with Ronald. Elizabeth wanted to go after him, but she needed something to wear. She looked around to find something, but the only thing she could find was a paper bag. So Elizabeth took the paper bag and she slid herself into the paper bag, and she walked off to go save her prince. The dragon was very easy to follow because he left a trail of ash and horse bones. When Elizabeth got to his door, she banged on it very loud. The dragon stuck his nose out and said, "I love eating princesses, but I've already eaten a whole castle today. Come back tomorrow." And with that, he slammed the door shut. But Elizabeth didn't stop there. "I love eating princesses, but I've already eaten a whole castle today. Come back tomorrow." "Wait," said Elizabeth. "Is it true that you are the most fierce and strong and the strongest dragon in the whole world?" "Yes, that's true," said the dragon. "Is it true that you can burn 10 forests with your hottest breath?" "Yes, it's true," said the dragon. And with that, he took a big breath and burnt down 50 forests. "Wow, that was amazing," said Elizabeth. "Do it again, do it again," said Elizabeth. And with that, the dragon took a big breath and burned down 100 forests. But when he was done, the dragon didn't have enough fire left to cook a meatball. "Wow, that was so cool," said Elizabeth. "Is it true that you can fly around the whole world in just 10 seconds? "Yes, it's true." So with that, the dragon leapt up into the sky and flew around the whole world in just 10 seconds. But by the time he got down, he was very tired. "Wow, that was so cool. Do it again, do it again." And with that, the dragon leapt up and flew around the whole world in just 20 seconds. But when he got down, he was very tired, so he immediately went to sleep. "Mr. Dragon," said Elizabeth, "the dragon is too tired to speak." So Elizabeth walked up to the dragon, lifted up his ear, and yelled as loud as she could, "Mr. Dragon, hello!" But the dragon was too tired to speak. So Elizabeth walked to the door and opened it. "Oh," Elizabeth said excitedly, but Ronald didn't look too happy to see her. "Elizabeth, your hair is tangled, you're covered in dirt, and you're wearing a paper bag. Come back to me when you look like a real princess," said Ronald. "Ronald, your hair is very nice, your skin is very clean, and you are dressed like a real prince. Yes, you look like a real prince, Ronald, but Ronald, you are a bum." And they did not get married after all.
Oh, goodness. Thank you, Veronica. Isn't it feel good to have that over with? I like the
donut now.
What, okay, well, let's wait till everybody's finished.
Okay.
Really good dragon voice. Slamming the door, what it's attention and the little dress walk. It's fun. Volunteer or pick a reel? Don't, what do you can't volunteer someone. Would you want to give it a minute? No?
Let's try speaker number 2. Everybody there? Okay.
What's vision?
He's in Texas. So we have
What's the
all right.
Oh, look at that.
fun? Let's do it again.
Volume. All right, here we go.
Tonight, when I looked under my bed for my monster, I found this note instead. Gone fishing. Back in a week. Gabe. What was I gonna do without my monster? Gabe will be gone for a week, and I just had to have a monster to sleep. So I signaled for a substitute and waited for this. When you think monster, you think spooky, scary, and dangerous. But in this story, one boy spends the entire night trying to find just the right monster to get to sleep. This is I Need My Monster by Amanda Knoll. Soon, I heard a strange noise under bed. Hey, my name is Herbert, and I will be your substitute monster for tonight. Herbert? What kind of name is that for a monster? You don't sound scary at all. But I'm a mouth breather. Just listen. Herbert, I'm really sorry. I did not think this is going to work. Picky. Was I being too picky? No. After all, the whole point of having a monster is to keep you in bed, imagining all the scary stuff that would happen if you got out. Soon, I heard some shuffling under the bed and some slabbering. Hey, the name's Mac. One minute is left, and I shivered. Those are excellent calls. But do you have a monster? No, my tail is short and stumpy. But I do have an extraordinarily long tongue. I held in my giggles, and he ran me through the bed. Embarrassment. I was surprised to hear more creaking under the bed. Hey, kid. Sorry I'm late. I heard you had some substitute monsters version. Were you scared? No monster can scare me like you, I said, diving under the covers. Through the blanket, I could hear Gabe's soft, comforting snorts. Gabe was back. I'd be asleep in no time.
I loved your volume. Don't forget to find the audience with your eye contact and change your hands for your monster. Third one, do we have a volunteer? Feels good to get it over with. Okay.
You're getting giggles. She's loving this. All right, and then there were 3. I wouldn't want to be last, you guys. I'm just saying. I'm so nervous. It's gonna be okay. I'm gonna breathe. Allison.
What? No, we want to see your face. So when you're ready, take a breath.
This thing, I helped my mother start the garden. It was hard work. We used tall, heavy shovels. When we finally stopped to rest, I saw that the neighbors were starting their gardens too. My mother called to Miss Engelhardt. He was starting her garden too, but with a shovel that bit her hand. Mommy, I asked, why are we using such big, tall, heavy shovels? The Engelhardt is a small one. Because her garden needs more digging, Mommy says. This is a heartwarming tale about a mother who teaches her child about the Chinese culture from the most unlikely of objects, ugly vegetables by Grace Lynn. I helped drag a hose to the garden and water the plants. I'm in the Mickey, I called to the Fitzgeralds. They were watering their gardens too, but with the watering can. Mommy, I said, why are we using a hose? The Fitzgeralds are using watering cans. Because our garden needs more water, Mommy says. Next, I helped Mom stick seed packages into the ground. They had words on them and pictures of ugly things. Mommy, I asked, why are we sticking these pieces of paper into the ground? The neighbors have seed packages in their gardens. Because these papers tell me which vegetables growing where, Mommy said. We're growing flowers and the neighbors are growing, we're growing Chinese vegetables and the neighbors are growing flowers. Why can't we grow flowers? I asked. These are better than flowers, Mommy says. One day, we picked out all the vegetables and put them in a big wheelbarrow, and we wheeled them into the kitchen, where Mommy started to chop them. We called when we chopped them. She had to use all her muscles. The vegetables were hard and tough. One day when I was out playing catch with Mickey, a lovely aroma filled the air. Neighbors stood on their porches and sniffed the air as if they could eat it. I smelled it too, and it made me hungry, and it was coming from my house. I followed the scent to my house, and when I opened the door into the kitchen, Mommy was putting a large pot onto the cooking. The soup was red and green and yellow and pink. Mommy handed me a small bowl of it, and I sat down and just I smiled. It was so good. Flavor seemed to dance in my mouth and laugh all the way down to my stomach. You like it? Mommy asked. I nodded and held out my bowl for more. It's made from our Chinese vegetables, Mommy said. Next spring, I planted some flowers next to our Chinese vegetables, and our neighbors planted some Chinese vegetables next to their flowers. And when the flowers started blooming, we could smell soup in the air.
Thank you, Allison. You did a good job. You incorporated all the gestures we practiced. Breathe. It's okay. You survived.
Now can I have a go?
Did everybody go? Did everybody go?
Yes, everyone went.
Everyone number two.
Everyone went already.
Do you want to volunteer to get it over with?
Still no. Okay. Right. Let's see. Last one. Then the official last one. Are you rooting for yourself or no? I can't tell. Oh my gosh.
She's happy that you're choosing.
No, I was having that I was not chosen.
Take a pause. Breathe, and we want lots of bubble. Give them a when you're ready.
A long time ago in China, there was a boy named Ping who loved flowers. Anything he planted burst into bloom. Up came flowers, bushes, and even big fruit trees, as if by magic. Everyone in the kingdom loved flowers too. They planted them everywhere, and songbirds flew around them. The emperor loved flowers too. He tended to his own garden every day, but the emperor was very old. He needed to choose a successor to the throne. Who would his successor be, and how would the emperor choose? In the world of storytelling, the best story is a simple story. Within this story, we all share the simple hope that good comes to the pure of heart. This is The Empty Pot by celebrated children's author Danny. Since the emperor loved flowers so much, he decided to let the flowers choose. The next day, a proclamation was issued. All the children in the land were to come to the palace. There, they will be given special flower seeds from the emperor. Whoever can show me their best in a year's time will succeed me to the throne. This news created great excitement throughout the land. Children from all over the country swarmed to the palace to get their flowers. When the king received his flower seed, he was the happiest child of all. He was sure he could grow the most beautiful flower of all. He carefully planted the seed into a pot of rich soil. Day after day passed, but nothing grew. He was very worried. He got a bigger pot and transferred the seed into rich black soil. 2 months passed, still nothing grew. By and by, the whole year passed. It was spring, and the children put on their best clothes to greet the emperor. He was ashamed of his empty pot. He thought the others would laugh at him because he couldn't get a flower to grow. His clever friend ran by holding a great big plant. King, he said, why couldn't you get a... You're not going to the emperor with an empty pot, are you? Why couldn't you grow a great big plant like mine? It was the best I could do. He walked shakily to the palace, pot in hand, where the emperor was inspecting the children's flowers one by one. How grand they all were, but the emperor did not utter a word. Then he came to the king, who lowered his head, expecting with reproach. Why, asked the great emperor, why have you brought me an empty pot? I planted this seed, planted it every day, and replanted it many times, and nothing. So today I found nothing. Well, this is the best I could do. What is your name? King, your majesty. Children, today you have brought me unparalleled beauty. The children shoot thunderously. Yet this boy brings me nothing, and nothing is the only thing that could grow with the cooked seeds I gave you. The children stopped cheering. King, you are the only child to have the courage to come before me with the empty truth. So, into your capable hands, I leave my kingdom.
I like when you change the body language for the emperor. You can even sit in the chair to do that. You can come in now. That was a good time. And even I think for next time, sit in the chair as he's coming in, as he's doing the last speech as the emperor is in the throne. One speaker left. Where is she hiding? Where did she hide?
Under the table.
Well, she's just prolonging your donuts. So mean. All right. That's right. Cheer on. Okay, give a big round of applause. When you're ready.
Once upon a time, in a kingdom far away, lived a gentleman with a pretty young daughter. Sadly, the girl's mother passed away when she was 12. The girl's father married another woman with 2 daughters. Soon after the marriage, the stepmother began to show her true colors. He's extremely cruel and not bear any qualities of this pretty girl. Her two sisters weren't much better. They made Cinderella do all the chores while they sat on the sofa sipping tea. The poor young girl worked harder than them all, but only lay in a straw bed in the attic, surrounded by cinders and ashes. Because of that, the two sisters called her Cinderella. Deep down, Cinderella wants things any young woman would want, like going to a royal ball, for example. One day, her wishes come true. Of course, she gets a little help from her fairy godmother, too. Though her name once started as a nasty insult, it soon became a beautiful name known by all. This is the story of Cinderella by Charles Perrault. One day, the guard announced, "Attention, everyone! The King's Prince holding the royal ball invites all young ladies. Whoever wants to participate, come to the palace tomorrow." Cinderella and her two sisters got so excited. But with only one day to prepare, this brought Cinderella troubles. "How's my shoes, Cinderella?" demanded her sister Anastasia. "Tighten my waist. Tighter," cried her other sister Grisella. When Cinderella was done dressing them up, she couldn't find a dress suitable to wear. She fell crying. Suddenly, a beam of light showed, and her fairy godmother appeared. "What's the matter, dear?" I wish I could. I wish I could." "You wish you could go to the ball, don't you?" "Yeah, yes." "Well then, go to the ball and bring me. Go to the garden and bring me 1 pumpkin, 6 mice, and 2 lizards." Cinderella immediately brought them back, and with her magic wand waving in the air, bibbidi bobbidi boo, they turned into a beautiful carriage, 6 horses, a footman, and a coachman. Then she turned her nasty rags into a beautiful golden dress and handed her a pair of glass slippers. Then she warned her, "Don't stay longer than midnight. If you do, everything will turn back into normal." Cinderella quickly promised her and rode off. At the ball, nobody recognized her. The prince invited her for a dance. They danced for hours and hours. Suddenly, Cinderella heard the grand clock strike 11:45. "Oh no, I'm so sorry, I have to go now." The prince ran after her and picked up her glass shoe. The prince had fallen in love with Cinderella. He decided that he would find the woman that's foot can fit in the glass shoe. He finally came to Cinderella's house. The two sisters tried really hard to squeeze in, but just then Cinderella gently approached. "May I try on?" It fit perfectly. "It is you!" He gave her his hand, and they lived happily ever after. The end.
Great volume, great voices. Watch your ums, but I appreciate the energy. Oh, did you just finish? We have it on recording. So all the parents who did not see it will get a recording, so don't worry. Unless you want to do it again.
No.
Okay, let me do that then.
Good job, you guys, you survived. Nobody passed out.
No pass.
All right, so let's start. I'll give you a little bit of feedback and then we'll get to donuts, okay? Does that sound good?
Donuts.
Starting with Veronica.
Donuts first.
Veronica, I love the silly walk. You can exaggerate that even more. Make sure you're facing the audience at all times. You want to make noise when we slam the door.
and keep the laugh of the sisters. That was good. Nora, you had a great opportunity there to be well, I love how you became the emperor. You can sit on the chair as emperor because he's on the throne. That's another opportunity there to smile, right? And when you expect the flowers, take time. You have time. All of you are under 5 minutes. The time was great. So you have time to pause and add a little bit more on the inspector part. Elizabeth, great volume. I wanted you to find the eye contact, right? Challenge yourself to find the eye contact. Change your hand positions for the 3 monsters. We practiced that a little bit, decide what you want them to do. Be really deliberate, so they're very different. So we know at all times, but you had really good voice projection. Allison, I love that you were very animated with the gestures. That was very well done. You used the chair as the wheelbarrow as we practiced. Challenge yourself to go a little bit louder. Sometimes you have to project when we're on a stage so everybody can hear us. And then to keep the pause at the end because everybody wants to rush off the stage. So you did a good job there. Nina, last but not least, great volume and voices. I think you had everybody's attention when you were the guard and you were being silly. Watch your ums. That was the first time I heard you say so sometimes they come out when we're nervous. But you did a great job and you were excited and everybody could see that. So let's give them all one more round of applause. Just to reiterate, this is the last class, but if you want to help them get into tournaments, which will be happening in the future. Yeah, in May, we can do private coaching. I would love to work with them. Are you panicked over that? Yeah.
Mulan has been forced into this doom.
Well, you all did amazing. You memorized that in a short amount of time because we weren't sure what speech you were going to do. So some of you had a very short window to memorize it and learn it. So I'm really proud of you. So is there anything you want to add?
And we also, because I give very specific feedback on the performance, individual performance, we just did right now. Can you also give like a general things for them to work on, especially for the fall session or summer camps, the stuff they need to work on?
Yeah.
For example, like Allison, I mean, you're looking for more variety of facial expression, right, in general.
Right.
something like that.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
we can all practice a little bit more being animated, getting our face to smile and make eye contact with each person in the room, because I know it's easy to hide and want to look over here. That's something we work on in our camps and our private classes, as well as how to incorporate the chair, because that's the only prop in this speech that we have. So that takes a little bit of time to develop, as well as how to change your voice, right? How do you become a different character if you're the emperor, right? Changing into an old man and then back. Allison did a really good job being mommy, the little kid, right? And then coming back to mom. So changing voices is a really good thing to practice. So we do a whole lot of work with facial expressions, tone, gestures, and how to use the props when we do summer camps as well as our one-on-one coaching. And you guys all are exceptional speakers. So we want to take it to the next level. I have a lot of students that make it to the final round. So I want to get you guys there as well.